Okay, this video is going to be on winterizing the clothes washer. Now, if you got the heat on at 50 degrees or 55, there's no need to do that. But if you're closing up the camp and turning off the heat completely, you have to winterize it. So you're going to need a few things. First thing you're going to need is your RV marine antifreeze. That's safe for the environment. You're going to need a bucket. You're going to need a set of channel lock pliers. You're going to need a crescent wrench, and you're going to need 2 brand new hose washers. And what you're going to do is keep in mind, now this is done when the water has been turned off and drained. So there is no water in the system here when you do this. There's no need to touch these valves over here on the left. Those can stay open, and you want them open. And all you need to do is go down here on the left side of the washer, and you're going to see a red and a blue hose. And those are extensions that I put on for you. And so you just pull those hoses out of there. Now you might have to give them a little tug so you can get to those fittings, but you're going to loosen one of your hoses, the red and the blue, and you're gonna let those lines drain into your bucket. Set your bucket right over here. And once that's done, then you're gonna take a ½ gallon of your RV antifreeze and you're gonna dump it right into the washer, okay? Once you've dumped in at least a ½ gallon, and make sure you use at least that much, then you're gonna close the door. And what I like to use is the bottom there. It says, let's get a little light on it. This is I think a short wash cycle down here, but if you look, there is a final spin line. And after you close your door, you're gonna turn it to that and pull your button. And what that's gonna do is that's gonna suck that RV antifreeze into the pump. And you'll hear it, it'll start draining out the drain hose. And once that door locks and it goes into its final spin, you're not going to be able to stop it. Just let it finish its final spin, and that's it. It'll evacuate any extra antifreeze out the drain, and you're pretty much done after that point. Hang around and let the cycle finish so you can, end the cycle and pull your knob or push your knob in. I think on this washer here, yeah, to activate the cycle you push in. So I like to leave the washer with the knob out so nothing's active. And I also like to put a little sign on the clothes washer and the dishwasher to run an empty cycle before you do any laundry or dishes, and that way it'll evacuate any extra RV antifreeze out of there. Now when you come back, now what you could do is after you're done doing all that, you could reconnect your hoses. And that might be a smart thing to do, because if you forget to do that and you turn your water on in the spring, you're going to hear Sherry screaming upstairs saying, turn it off, because your water's going to come pouring out of these hoses. So after you're done doing your whole winterizing, good idea to put these back on. And that brings us to our hose washers. Always replace them. They're going to be crushed, and they're cheap enough. So just get a couple hose washers, peel the old ones out of the hose, and then when you go to tighten your fittings, put your crescent wrench on the brass fitting. That's all it is a brass union. And put your crescent wrench on there, and then make sure you snug both. If you're only taking off one hose, there's only need to replace one washer for each setup. So if you wanted to do overkill, I guess you could place all 4 washers, and and make sure they're good and tight. And then when you come back in the spring, just check for leaks. But you should be fine if you replace those washers at the end of every winter. And that's about it. After you hook your hoses back up, you are ready to leave, and your washer has been properly winterized, and you are good to go. That's it.